Joining us right now, former Congresswoman Jane Harman. She chairs the Commission on National Defense Strategy. Also, Mick Mulvaney is joining us, former White House Chief of Staff under President Trump. I think we all understand what's at stake here. I think the real question is whether you think there is a red line here and we're going to go over it or not this time.
Well, let me say first that it's 9/11. And I was there walking toward the dome of the Capitol as a senior member of the House Intelligence Committee. And what's noteworthy is not only the heroism of the first responders in New York. Kudos to the New York Fire Department for what it did going up into those buildings that were blinking, that were glowing red, but to everyone in New York who suffered through this and at the Pentagon. But at the end of 9/11, we came together as a country. The members of Congress held hands on the steps of the Capitol and sang, "God bless America." And it didn't matter if a Republican or a Democrat was standing next to you. I mention that because now, 22 years later, we're in a really bad place where a small group in the House is trying to, one more time, shut down the government. We've seen 3 movies like this, long movies, at least in my tenure, the longest during the Trump administration, when Mick was there, I think, for 35 days. And it hurts everybody, and it will certainly hurt those who want to do it.
Mick, you know this group. Are they going to hold everybody up?
Yeah, I think they will, and I'll disagree with Jane a little bit. And Jane and I have talked together before. We get along fairly well. I don't think they're setting out to shut down the government. I really don't think that's the goal. There may be for 1 or 2 of them. I think they just want to spend less. There's also a group of them that wants to focus on border security. There's a larger group that wants to focus on impeachment proceedings and so forth. But I don't think anybody actually goes into this saying, really, the goal here is to shut the government down. What they recognize is that this is the only leverage that fiscal conservatives have and the conservatives within the Republican Party sort of have. So do I expect going right up to the deadline? Yeah. In fact, I'm probably close to 100% on some type of shutdown for some short period of time while these issues get worked out.
You know, Mick, I like you, but I really disagree that a short-time shutdown doesn't cause the kind of pain we're talking about. First of all, the defense bill is on the floor this week. Will that pass? Do we care about having a strong national defense? I was a blue dog in the House. We were devoted to fiscal responsibility. That group has shrunk from 55 or so to a very small number, sadly. But I took the risks that you took. For fiscal responsibility, and I proudly voted for a balanced budget in 1997. Got overwhelming support, and we were talking about how we were going to spend our dividend, peace dividend, whatever, surplus in the early 2000s before 9/11. Same point. I don't think these issues should cause us to shut down the government. I think we should work them out, and you probably agree with that part.
I do, but Jane, so often in Washington, D.C., compromise means you agree with me. I mean, this is what I hear the fiscal conservatives saying is, look, can we at least maybe get this on border security in exchange for spending this much more money? Could we get something on an impeachment inquiry in order to spend this much money? Could maybe we spend a little bit less money than you folks want to? That's what bothers me about this sort of debate is that in Washington, everybody says compromise is you just agree with me.